Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening. Introduce my name Muhammad Azmy Ammar. I am from the Department of Islamic Education, Faculty of Islamic Religion, Muhammadiyah University of Ponorogo. On this occasion, I will present an English course segment, namely the results of the analysis of 7 articles on Islamic religious education. For the first article entitled The Role of Religious Education in the Development of Character Education in Schools. Character education by instilling religious teachings and norms is something that must be done from an early age, so that it will product a nation with character. The role of parents in the family environment and the role of teachers in the school environment are very influential in the process of forming moral character. Religious education can be obtained anywhere and in any way as long as there is a strong will from and oneself and a supportive environment. Therefore, parents are required to set a good example for their children and control the surrounding environment. The first education that children get is from the family environment. Therefore, it is recommended for parents to prioritize the formation of a child's character by setting and a good example in behavior and action. Because the child will exemplify what he sees. In addition, parents must also teach and instill religious values from an early age so that children can behave well in accordance with religious teaching. It is even better if the child is followed by religious activities and learns the Quran as early as possible. The teacher's role is also important in character building in the school environment. Therefore, teachers must also set a good example for their students. And parents should also be able to cause a good school environment for their children. Then the second article, what competencies should be developed in Islamic education. What competencies should be developed in Islamic education, which is of course in order to continue to grow and not be eroded by increasingly advanced or like today. Namely, specifically, what the Islamic community needs to do is the needs to develop an Islamic education system that has quality, which can give birth to the glory of modern Islamic education. So, the solution is the need for the development of educational paradigm, which in diving Tauhid model in the Islamic education system in order to product skills and technology, which is none other than the concept of education first from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, namely the Quran and Hadith. The purpose of the return is Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. The third article, the role of Islamic religious education in overcoming unemployment and poverty. Islamic education in an effort to overcome poverty, one of which is in the institution of Islamic boarding school. Islamic boarding school is a religious educational institution which has a role and function as a social institution. Islamic boarding school are traditional Islamic education institutions in Indonesia, and thus Islamic boarding school have grown and development for centuries. Unemployment can be overcome, one of which in the entrepreneurship by developing employment in rural areas. Pondok pesantren or boarding school is an institutional that is deeply rooted in the community or villagers. An overview of the Islamic boarding school that acts as the economic empowerment of the community in the village, namely by using the boarding school agribusiness methods. Then the fourth article, the role of Islamic religious education in preventing social defiance. Islamic religious education has an important role in preventing defiant acts, because Islamic religious education helps humans especially in improving one's character and morals. The purpose of moral development is to make individuals have good and positive behavior, ethics, moral that are in accordance with existing norms of or regulation, and familiars individuals to behave in accordance with rules, norms, or religion. Then the fifth article, Islamic religious education values from the 2022 Eid al-Fitr celebration. In the scientific context of Islamic religious education, the wisdom of Eid al-Fitr celebration in 2022 must be instilled in students majoring in Islamic religious education begin to practice themselves as prospective teachers, practice basic teaching skills as well as when teaching practical in PPL at school or madrasah. Every time they start teaching, every student should remember one lesson in forgiveness that is described in the Eid celebration. Every student has a natural character that is forgiving each other. Therefore, when there are problems between teachers and students, both inside and outside the classroom, the perspective used is to forgive each teacher because all things in the learning process are trying to be a better person than yesterday. Then sixth article, implementation of Islamic religious education as a preventive action to prevent mysterious acute hepatitis in children. The first point in that studying Islamic religious knowledge is not only used to carry out worship and practice good Islamic teachings, but can also function as a preventive measure to keep the soul and body protected from deadly diseases. Second, the management of the environment around the house is important to consider in preventing the entry of mysterious acute hepatitis. Third, strengthen communication and harmonious relationship with neighbors and around the house to be committed the protecting the community from the mysterious acute hepatitis disease. Then the seventh article is the role of Islamic religious education learning in efforts to improve students' moral akidah. Islamic religious education (PII) is a conscious and planned effort that prepares students to be able to recognize, understand, believe, to be pious, have noble character, and practice Islamic teaching from the main source, namely the Holy Book, Al-Quran and Al-Hadith, through speech, teaching, training, and use of experience to achieve the function and object of education. The role of religious education is absolutely necessary, and the role of other educational institutions cannot be denied. One of the fields of religious education is moral education. Moral education is a subsection or subject of Islamic religious education subjects. Moral aqidah learning in schools teaches students to study and implement the material obtained in the form of habituation of commendable or good moral character and avoiding the despicable bad morals. Islamic religious education (PII) in school has a relationship with the akidah akhlak of the student. With the existence of Islamic religion education in schools, which aims to from the akidah and moral of students. Thus, the results of my analysis of 7 articles on Islamic religion education. I hope it is useful. Thank you. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.